Hey guys, Randy with Pete's RV TV today. Today I wanted to take just a moment and talk about where I travel on the road. So when I'm pulling a camper on a 2-lane blacktop, obviously there's only one lane to travel in the direction that I'm going, and that's where I'm going to travel. More so when I'm on the highway, because a lot of us are going a little ways from home to get to our camping destination. So we'll get on some sort of interstate transit system or on some highway that will allow us to travel at higher speeds with other vehicles with us and in multiple lanes going in the same direction. Now, when I'm home in Vermont, our highways have 2 lanes. It's a smaller community. It doesn't have the volume of people to require the large 3 and 4 and 5 lane highways that we see in some other locations. When I'm working down, like say in the Connecticut market or the Massachusetts market, a little bit different story. We see 2 and 3, 4 lanes. 3 lanes is very common. So as I go out west, same thing. So where do I travel when I am traveling with an RV in that regard? A lot of the time I will be traveling in that right-hand lane. So in the right-hand lane, what that does is allow me to have traffic next to me on the driver's side, so I'm kind of in control of that. I'm comfortable. I can see kind of what's going on in my mirror. I'm controlling this side of it because it's very easy for me to see the side, and I'm close to it. It's easy for me to stay in a situation where I feel comfortable when I've just got it on this side. Now, on the other side, when I'm traveling like that, I'm on the right-hand lane. I don't have to worry about a whole lot because there's nothing over there. It's the ditch or the breakdown lane, what have you. So I'm only really worried if something is in that breakdown lane. I got a car that's in front of me that may have been broken down or a flat tire or something like that. So unless that happens, it's pretty easy for me to stay in my lane and do what I'm going to do. Now, the road may be a little bit grooved up in some situations. I see some grooves in the road from heavy traffic volume. And that can make your trailer wag a little bit as you're going down the road. So I'll try to stay on the high side of that. So I might even put like maybe 2 of my tires on the white line on the right-hand side of the road. Keeping me in that high side out of that dip where it maybe make my trailer want to sway a little bit. As I get into a area of the highway where I'm seeing lots of exits, like lots of people getting on and off the highway, at that point, if I'm running on a highway or an interstate that has more than 2 lanes, I am going to get myself into the middle lane, and that is where I'm going to stay. That's where I'm going to kind of house myself until I get through that populated area with lots of on and off traffic. And the reason I do that is because people are going to be slowing down to get off the highway. And at the same time, people are going to be getting on in a very close proximity, those clover leaves. So for a trailer and a truck, something of length to be in that lane, it can be a little bit cumbersome, especially if it's a busy time of day. You get caught up in the, noontime or 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock traffic. There's lots of people trying to get off and on at the same time, and being there when you're 50 feet long with a trailer that you're not really accustomed to towing behind you, it can be a little bit not fun place to be and a little bit nerve-wracking, especially if your passenger is beating you in the back of the head because they don't feel you're doing a good job. We've never had that happen. So I'm going to put myself in the middle, and that'll allow the people to go around me as needed. They can pass me if I'm going too slow for them. They can also get on and off the highway or the interstate system to my right without me interrupting, and I'm going to stay right in my lane. Now I got a little bit more work to do being in the middle lane, because now I'm going to have to make sure that I'm good on both sides. I'm staying in between those lines that I want to stay in, so I'm not getting in to traffic in other lanes and getting in other people's ways or potentially making contact with somebody. When I get into road construction, so when I'm coming up to road construction, I will probably see me get into the left lane. I'm going to go all the way left. When I say road construction, I'm thinking like Jersey barriers and things that are going to separate me from other oncoming traffic maybe. But when I'm in the road construction, if I got the Jersey barriers are up, or if things get narrow, I want that to be on my left side. Again, a lot easier for me to control how close I am to something because it's right there. I can look out the window and see it. It's over my shoulder. So if I'm in an area where they are doing road construction and they've got the Jersey barriers up, or they've got the cones or what have you up, I'm typically going to move over. We have to back down to 50 miles an hour anyway by law, so we want to keep our road workers safe. And anybody that may be working out there, we don't want to be doing excessive speed. The big trucks are going to slow down. Those guys that have their commercial driver's licenses, they do not want to be caught speeding in a work zone, because it's really detrimental to them. It's really going to cost them a lot of money and a big fine and a lot of points. So they don't want that. So those guys are going to be going that speed as well, the safe speed. So I'll get over there. And again, the reason I do that is because it allows me to get close to that Jersey barrier, and have me so I can see it and feel comfortable with it. It's a little bit harder on the right-hand side because I can't see as easily. The mirror's a little bit harder to read. So I feel more comfortable by doing that. So going down the highway, if it's a 2-lane highway, going in one direction, I'm probably going to be in the right-hand lane unless I got to pass somebody. I may get into that left passing lane if there is a lot of traffic getting on and off. 3-lane highway, I am probably going to ride in that middle lane when needed, when there's lots of traffic getting on and off the highway, a lot of exits, maybe in the more populated areas. Once I have gone through that or past that, I'm probably going to gravitate back towards that right lane. That way I only have to be responsible of really anything on one side of me unless I got someone in the breakdown lane. When I am in road construction, I am probably going to, if there's Jersey barriers or there's cones that I need to stay close to and stay really in a tight lane because of the road construction, I'm going to probably get into the left lane, the outside lane. That way I can keep that Jersey barrier right close to me on my left-hand side. A lot easier for me to control that. So I hope this helps you guys out when you're traveling down the road and answers some question or takes care of the worried traveler that hasn't done a whole lot of towing. So thanks for watching Pete's RV TV with Randy today. I look forward to seeing you on the road. Happy camping.